So this is one of the main reasons that I think the MS-1 has kind of replaced the 202 in my lineup, and I haven't really used the 202 that much since getting this. It's because of these through sample grades. Now this is just such an awesome workflow that you can basically sample stuff through this device and apply the sample grades. Now I think I've mentioned in previous videos that it doesn't sound quite as sweet as if you have it actually recorded onto the device and then transfer it, but because of the amount of time that it saves you just using it as an effect, it's just so useful, and it's definitely the way to go with this device. So yeah, with the 202 you can't do this, you have to sample into the device, and to be honest, to me that kind of makes sense because there has to be some sort of processing going on, I would have thought, but with the MS-1, that's not the case. You can just apply it to the signal coming into the unit. You can see here, I've got my input. This is actually coming from an iPad, and then my output is going to the SP404-MK2, and I've just got external source on. And you can see here, I'm changing things around. So I'm on grade, and it's flashing high, and I can just change here between high, standard, long 1, and long 2. Long 2 would be considered the worst sample rate, but to us LOFI heads, that is the best sample rate. So I went ahead and sampled in 30 seconds worth. I can actually turn this off. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. So let's get that start point nailed down. I'm trying to get it on that bass note, basically. That sounds pretty good. So first of all, I'm going to do what everyone does when you get a new sample in, and that's pitch it down a little bit. Ooh, yeah, that's really, really nice.
Isn't that lovely?
So I might actually just go up for 1. Because it was, the sample's dragging a bit, so that puts it around about 80% of the speed. And what I'm going to do is auto chop, so I'm going to go to auto mark, and I'm going to do time division, and I'm using the right hand dial here. I'm going to go to 16. So this is going to create 16 chops for me. This is going to be by time. I think it should give me some more interesting results rather than just chopping on the notes all the time. And just before we get into the next section of the video, I want to introduce today's video sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is one of the top rated VPN providers in the industry, and it allows you to do some really, really cool stuff. It'll shield your identity from pesky data farming, your ISPs and more thanks to a strong layer of encryption. It protects you from security breaches such as man-in-the-middle attacks, rogue Wi-Fi networks and untrusted connections. And my favorite part is that it allows you to change your location to anywhere in the world. So for example, you can bypass geo-based restrictions that streaming services have. That means I can watch shows here that are exclusive to America or other parts of the world, all in the comfort of my own living room here in the UK. To find out more, just use the link in my description below. You get your first 3 months for free, which is really, really cool. And by using the SPVids link, it keeps me doing what I'm doing here as well, guys. So I would really appreciate it if you could check that out. Okay, so that's done. Let's get back to the video. Okay, there's a lot of chops there that it's kind of put it too early. Hear that? It's like just before the note. But that's what I always do. I always put my chops on the note. So I'm actually going to just go ahead and roll with it. I'm going to assign it to pad. And I'm going to put gate off. And if you press mark here, this is something I only found out recently. Pad to assign marks. If you just hit mark, it automatically assigns them all. And you don't have to press every single individual button. I just think that's a cool little hack. It's just something, I never read the stuff that's on the screen and it's actually helpful. So enter chop. I'm going to quickly put an envelope on as well, and obviously you can do this to every pad in the mute group by holding copy, so you can just see it just flashed up there saying to mute group. And yeah, that is sounding pretty damn nice, so I'm very, very happy with that. I'm going to go into F. I'm going to go ahead and import some drums. These are going to be from my new pack, LOFI Drums Volume 5, which I don't know why this isn't on the shop yet. I'll need to just sort myself out and get this on. Okay, that's the hi-hats down, and we're going to record over the top with the first kick of the first bar and the first kick of the third bar, just so it's quantized. Oh my god, that is honestly infuriating me, and I'm really starting to see what people are saying about this issue, that when you go to record it always resorts back to A. So I thought that was going to be a drum sound, and it's gone ahead and recorded some chops. That is super annoying. I feel for you guys, that's got to be updated surely, because that is just super annoying for your workflow. Okay, we've finally got a drum loop, and I'm gonna just turn those hi-hats down a little bit because they're a bit loud. I hate loud hi-hats, and they always usually end up getting turned down. Let's hear that. Okay, those drums are sounding pretty nice, so now I can play that along, and I'm gonna start just putting some chops together.
Nice, really nice.
That's really close. That was like 3, 4, 7, and 6, I think. And I might actually edit pad 3 just so that start point is right there. You can see the gap where it should be. So let's have a listen. Put snap on. That's sounding better. Okay, I really like that, so I'm going to go ahead and record it. Yeah, I like that. So using the auto chop feature, I would never have come up with that pattern if it wasn't for the auto chop feature, because I would always be hitting it on the note. So let's just very quickly add some master effects. So let's do equalizer and vinyl sim. And I think those chops are a little loud, so let's turn that down to about 100. Like I've been saying for a couple of videos now, doing the heavy lifting with the Mark II, it's just such a good hub to have in the workflow when you are doing hardware related stuff, I think, especially when I've got older gear like the 202, the MS-1 and the fiddly P033 as well. Just makes life so much easier, and you can see there I've got the basis there for a full lo-fi beat. I can develop a few ideas, put a few variations in, and we're almost there. Absolutely amazing stuff and so much fun as well.